Hello friends, today in this tutorial I'll be showing you that how to build a domain age checker SEO tool inside PHP and MySQL database. So with the help of this PHP script you will be able to know the exact domain age of the website. So let me just show you the demo of this PHP script here. So I am using exam control panel to execute this PHP script here. You can see I have started this Apache server here. And I am just running this PHP script localhost slash domain h, and here you need to provide the parameter which is domain is equal to and then the address zapac.com. So now this will be printing the domain age which is 16 years 76 days. You can change the address here. Let's suppose my website coding section. You will see that it will 3 years 265 days, and you can change freemediatools.com. You can see that 1 year 264 days. You can change to google.com. So in this easy way you can develop a domain age checker tool here inside PHP with the help of the script. So we will be storing all these data inside the MySQL database, and we will be displaying it inside a bootstrap table. So you can just also write like this http colon google.com. This will also be the same. So you can try out any combination how you write here www.github.com. So there is no restriction that you if you write here http or www. So in all the situations it will work, and it will give you the domain age of the website in years and days like this. So let's start building this application from scratch, guys. I have given this PHP script inside the video description. So just go to the edit option and you will be seeing this PHP script in the video description of the live stream. So if you want to copy all the source code, you can go to my blog post, and I have written all the source code here. So let's start. So first of all, guys, you need to install exam control panel. It's a piece of software with the help of which you deploy PHP scripts inside your local system. So simply download this software. I have already downloaded it, and you need to start your Apache server, and also you need to start the MySQL database server as well. Go to that admin section, and here we will be creating a simple database. So we will create a new database which will be called as domain and domain age. We will create the database domain age. Inside this database we will create another table which will be domain. Number of columns will be three. Three columns will be there, and first will be the ID, which will be the primary key. So we need to have auto increment to on here. So auto increment, there is an auto increment option here, which is the primary keys. This will be auto incremented. The second option will be the actual domain, and then domain age or simply age. So here, guys, this will be varchar, and this will also be varchar. So 256, 256. So this is our table here. So simply create this table here. So we have these three columns out there, which is the ID, domain, and the age. So we will be showing all this data inside this table. So let's start building now. So right here inside my root directory, I will make a simple, let me rename this to domain age dot php, and here we will be making index.php. So right here, guys, we need to write, we will be having this domain age checker tool in PHP and MySQL. And for this, we will be using Bootstrap Cdn. So you just need to go to Bootstrap Cdn, just type it, and w3schools.com website will come here. And you need to simply grab the CDN. So right here, grab the CDN, and also we will use jQuery as well. So simply copy this and paste it after the body, And after this, we will have simple input field out there. So container class of Bootstrap. And inside this, we will have a simple heading, domain age checker in PHP and MySQL. So now if you open this application here in the browser, so you will see that domain age checker in PHP and MySQL. So here we need to simple input field here. So form container. So we need to wrap this inside the form tag. So we will not be providing action attribute still. We will give an ID to it of form. We will target this inside JavaScript. So here form group, and inside this we will have a input field. We will attach the Bootstrap class to it, form container, input type text, and we will give the ID to it of URL, and the placeholder will be simply you need to write the domain name here and it should be required. So we will also be giving a label to it, enter domain name. So now if you refresh it, you will see this input field out there, enter domain name. I think we have given it wrong class name. This needs to be form group, I think. If you see, let me refresh it. Uh, Bootstrap. If you see if I go to the input fields out there, there is a class out there. Form group. Oh, sorry, this is form control. So now if you refresh it, you will see that. Now after this, we need a simple button which will submit the form. So these are all Bootstrap classes. Get domain age. You can see that. So now after we submit the form, we need to write now the jQuery code here. So just put script tag here. So we have attached, you will see we have attached a unique ID to the form here, which is form. So now we need to target this. So we will simply write here like this form. So when the form submits, this callback function will execute. And we will first of all prevent the auto submission of the form. And then we need to get the domain name which user enter. So we can get the domain name like this. We can given the ID to it of URL dot val. You can see that we have given the ID. So now we need to make a Ajax request to the PHP script. So we will use $.ajax method, or also we can use like this $.post, or let me use Ajax only. So here method will be post, URL will be this URL. We are passing to this domain age.php. And the data which we'll be passing here is the actual domain, which is present inside domain. So when it is successful, this callback function will return this data. So we will check if data is equal to success, then we will just compare it. So now inside domain age.php, we will get this using $.post. So here we need to configure it, the script. And you will see that it is echoing out the domain age. You will see that like this. So let me see. I think we can console log this data like this, or simply display it in the alert box like this. So now if I execute this application in the browser, if I type a domain name, let's suppose google.com, click on get domain age, you will see now this will display the age in a alert box, that is it is 24 years 276 days old. If I change the domain age to zapac.com, you will now see 16 years 76 days. Codingshiksha.com, my website, which is 3 years to 65 days old. So you can also change, you can also write like this, http google.com, in any combination it will display the age. So www.medium.com, you can see that, or https www.omegle.com, 13 year, you can see that. So each and every combination is working right now. So 5 people are watching the stream. So first of all, hit the like button, subscribe the channel as well. So now we need to insert the details that we are coming here into the database. So what we can do is that we can write a simple script here after we calculate this. So here, when we are inside our success, uh, we can call another Ajax PHP script which will insert data to database. So for this guys, it is very easy. We will again call Ajax, and here the method will be here again post, and the URL will be insert data.php. And what is the data that we are passing? We are passing the domain, and we are also passing the age which is present inside this data, or we can simply name this as age like this. So now when it is successful, we will get the data here. When it is successful, we can display it inside the table. So now what we need to do is that we need to create this insert data .php file, and also first of all we need to connect to the database. So we will have db.php, which is database connection. So right here we need to connect to the database. So we can once again call MySQL connect localhost root, password is empty, and the database which we have created is if you check here, we have created 7. First of all, hit the like button, subscribe the channel as well guys. You can see we have created this database which is called as domain age. So here we need to supply this value domain age. So that's it. So here we need to make a connection variable. This will be present like this. That's it. You need to write inside this file. So this is our database connection. We are successfully connected to it. You can also cross check also. Just execute this file here, db.php. So we can simply uh, have a if condition. If the database connection is successful, then we can echo out that connection successful. Or in the else statement, we can say connection not done. So now if you see, if I execute this, you will see connection successful. So if I make any sort of mistake here, now it will say connection. You can see connection not done, access denied for user. So in this way, you can just do the exceptional handling like this, error handling. So this is your file here. Now we need to write this insert data.php. So right here, we need to cache the data which is coming here. We will use the isSet method here. So $.post domain, and also we need to get the domain age which is coming from the index file age. So if both the variables are set, first of all we need to include our database connection file. After this we need to insert this to the table. So for this we need to write a simple SQL query that insert into. And what is the table name? We have configured here. You will see that the table name is domain. So simply we will say domain. And here we need to provide the column names here. So what are the columns name? Primary key will get inserted automatically. So we need to write domain and age. Domain age. And what are the values? So the values are present. So we need to catch this. So domain like this. Domain and age. So we need to insert this. So we can do like this. So now we need to insert this to the database. So we can simply execute this query, MySQL query, pass the connection object, and also pass the SQL statement. So this will run here, and this will be storing inside result. So now we can compare it. If result, so we can say inserted successfully. We can simply display this in the alert box, so like this. So if I execute now my application here, so if I type here google.com and click, you will see connection successful, inserted successfully. So now if I check my table, you will see that one entry should be there, google.com, and age is inserted. You will see 24 years 276 days. So once again, if I take another example, facebook.com, click, you will see now, refresh it, two entries are there, you will see that. So now we need to display this data whenever we load the application for the very first time inside the table. So what we can do is that we can simply have a PHP script here which will get all this data for us. So we don't need anything like this. So we can delete this alert statement. So right here, when we load the application here in the index.php file, we can execute a PHP block here, and we can include our connection file, which is db.php. And here we can write a simple SQL query that we need to select everything from our domain table. And now we need to execute this. So we can simply say result MySQL query. pass the connection object and also the SQL. And we need to get this inside this associative array. If you see how to get the data from the table, there is this select data syntax here. So you will see connection query SQL. You execute this, so you can get like this. We can check here if result num rows is greater than 0. So this block of code we don't need to write here. What we can do is that wherever we need to display the table after the form here we need to display the table. So the table here will be here we will display this. So this will have a simple table class, table head. So there will be two table headings here, which will be domain and domain age. So after this, guys, we will have a table data here, table data tag. So inside this, we need to display it just after this table head, table body starts here. So here we need to display it. So right here we will have the PHP tags here like this. So here we need to check for this. So let me paste it. And here we can use the while loop. So inside this is somewhat complicated, guys, but it is very much easy. You will see we are getting the result out there inside this result variable, and then we are having this associative array. So now we can get each value here inside this. So here what we need to do is that here we need to close this. In between these we will have the table row tag. And here we will write our this one. We will open the PHP tags, echo. So this will be for the domain, put a semicolon, and similarly we will display it for the age. Hopefully this will do. If I It is saying that on line 94. If I now execute it, syntax error, unexpected end of line, domain age, index PHP. Uh, I don't know what is the. You can see that, guys, the data is successfully inserted into the database. It is just the problem of displaying it whenever you load the application. So let me just figure out if I can solve this problem. Uh, So now you can see that, guys, it is now displaying it. So now we simply need to change this code here slightly. Here we will have our table row, table data, and we will open the PHP tag here, and here we will display the domain. So we will repeat this for domain age. Hopefully now this will execute. Undefined variable row. Let me see. If you see the column names here, it is domain and age. So the column names are right. 7 people are watching the stream, guys. So first of all, hit the like button, subscribe the channel. So here in this tutorial, we have successfully inserted the domain age and domain name inside the MySQL database. So this is the simple PHP script here, which allows you to find out the domain age of any website. So we have inserted the data to the database, but we are just trying to display it on the web page. So it is just giving me some error here. Uh, and let me type table name. Let me see what is the table, which domain, order by. Mm, I think it is giving me some error, guys. If you know, you can comment what is the error right now. Let me check. I think it is giving me some error here. Great content, bro. Can you make series on Flask also? Yeah, definitely. I will make series on Python also. Hello, bro. From Madhur is saying. So I will leave here, guys. So let me update this code here uh, in the blog post so that you can copy all the source code here, which is this index code. In the future, I will update this code once I found the solution for displaying it in the table. So in the meantime, you can copy this source code, insert data, and db.php. Let me update this. So you can go to the video description link to copy all this source code. So there is just one problem. It is not displaying this in your live while loop. The variable row is undefined. So that's the problem. That is the problem I fail to understand. But uh, why it is undefined? You see this. Why it is undefined? I don't know. Because row is defined here. You can see that. Row, you can see that. I don't know what is that problem which is occurring here. Uh, Let me try now. I think I was missing this PHP tags. That's why. 91. I failed to understand what error is coming here because the syntax looks pretty good, but in programming you don't know whenever you get error. So I think you like PHP a very lot because I think 2 3 videos I'm making right now, very high watching is coming. So the subscribers are really enjoying this content. So where you get the result, echo that variable on the top of the PHP page. PHP is good. So which kinds of projects you would love to see in the future? Can you just list it in the chat? If my info-based article length is 650 words, can a Zoic ads pay well? Yeah, definitely longer the article, maximum advertisements can appear on the article. So it is very good for earning purposes. So definitely Zoic will be very much popular when you have long form of content. Especially 650 words is quite good. Try to reach 1000 words, which will be good. Gopal is saying PHP API projects. Which API you are talking about? Can you just give me some options? Which projects you are talking about? Give me some options. Like project which can help to make life easy, like integrating Python machine learning in a web application. Machine learning, Twitter. So please make a video on how to do add Hindi font in FFmpeg. You meant to say Hindi font in videos and images. Twitter API project. Facebook as well. Facebook, Google as well. YouTube video upload project as well, which is quite good. It's give it's give an error showing that Unicode language can't support. PHP has PDF libraries as well, so I think that a lot of open source libraries are also available in PHP if you want to develop projects. So definitely I will be looking at those libraries to make projects on. So this file that I found on on internet, someone has written this file which exactly found solve the problem of finding the domain age. You just need to input the domain and it will give the domain age. So various people have written the source code in PHP for the problem. So definitely I will search more of these libraries in PHP to make projects like this which will involve MySQL database. Some other databases are also there, something as which are somewhat popular to MySQL. Can you list the database which I am forgetting? I think MongoDB is there and some other database if you can recall. Uh, if you see if I top database in programming, so MongoDB is one popular, then MySQL, Oracle, yeah, Oracle is there, Post PostgreSQL and Elasticsearch. So I would love to just make a project in each of these database with PHP, just showing you how to just integrate it. PostgreSQL, MongoDB, Elasticsearch is also there. NoSQL, yeah, NoSQL is also there, which is quite good. NoSQL database, yeah, NoSQL is also there. And mind you guys, my website is back here. I changed it from Hostinger to DigitalOcean. So many people were talking that free media tools website were down. They can't access the website. So I just moved today from Hostinger to DigitalOcean. So now you can access this website. All the tools are available. If you want to buy this source code of this website, you can buy this for 1,000 rupees. You will see that using credit card or Paytm or UPI. You will see that. So this website is back here, so you can use this. And many people say that tools are not working. The tools are not working because I haven't purchased the VPS plan because it does require a lot of processing to run these tools in the background. Some uses FFmpeg and ImageMagick. So you need to purchase a higher hosting plan to run all these tools which are there. Some of these tools are not just working. Majority of the tools are working. So just make sure that you have the hosting to back it up. The coding is correct of these tools. It is made in pure Node.js, Express, and JavaScript. So majority of the tools, such as this tool, which is bulk site down checker, it doesn't rely on processing power. It just allows you to. You just need to write the domain names, and then it will tell you which websites are up and down. Tools like this doesn't require you to have the processing power. Uh, so please show me add Hindi text and draw text in FFmpeg, please. Yeah, in the next video, I should definitely solve this problem to how to add Hindi text using FFmpeg. Also Hindi font. I have an application that generates a PDF after feeding the required information. I want to embed QR code inside the PDF. Do you have any idea about that? Various libraries support that. I think FPDF library supports that embedding of QR code inside PDF. MPDF is also in. I am talking about PHP libraries. TC PDF also. So I will make a video on this purpose. Where should I send code? You can send it to the email address. Just send it to geekygautam1997. Thank you so much, sir, waiting for it, and all your FFmpeg codes are working well, and I learned a lot of. Thank you. Thank you if you have learned from me. Hope this. So let me also show you the ezoic earnings as well, guys. So if you're talking about ezoic earnings, ezoic, as you know that my core update happens, due to that the traffic also has decreased, and also earnings, I can't say it has decreased or increased. It is staying in between. But certainly the traffic has slightly decreased due to the core update. But I'm hoping that this will increase over time. You will see that the traffic is relatively declining in the last 7 to 14 days whenever the update started. But I'm hopeful that whenever the July month come, that traffic will increase. You will see that it is slightly in the lower side. Now you can see how it is just lowering it after the update happened. In 25 May happened. The update started on 25 May and it ended on I think 10th June. So you can just see that downward curve. Many website publishers hit by this update, and also Ezoic revenue also hit by this update. Many website publishers also lost a lot of revenue due to this update. So that's why I'm expecting this to resolve pretty quickly. You will see. Never happened this downward curve. We'll see. Any Node.js package for this? Please make a video for this. Yeah, definitely I will make a video on this. Replace the table tag with this. I'm stuck this problem. Doc template asking money for this. No, I will definitely make this video. How to share link? You can share it on my email address that I provided you. So that's all, guys, that I wanted to show in this video. So thanks very much for watching this video, and I will be seeing you in the next live stream.